An integral part of PNG Power's operation is dependent on diesel generators. PNG Power has what is called off-grid centers that depend on generators for reliable supply of electricity. PNG Power maintains its generators and also leases generators to maintain power supply to its customers in these off-grid centers.
PPL has 23 thermal or diesel stations throughout the country. From that, 4 power stations are also thermal and on standby. 5 are hydro generating stations. The major ones are Ramu in Morobe Province, Rona in Central, and Warangoi in East New Britain Province.
So we have 3 main systems in the electricity infrastructure, especially in terms of generation. For Warangoi, for gas oil system, it's about the demand is about 10 megawatts. For the Ramu system, it's about 75 megawatts, and in Port Moresby, it's about 110 megawatts. But we hit the peak at one stage, it's about 120 megawatts. So all in all, we've got 5 thermal stations, and we've got 5 hydro stations, and 24 thermal stations. That is including gas turbine as well. Also having ExxonMobil also supplementing and generating.
The 3 transmission systems of Rauna, Ramu and Warangoi lead to substations, which then supplies electricity through 34 distribution systems. Nearly all thermal stations are linked to these distribution systems, thus there are 34 centers distributing electricity. It can be argued why PPL is depending on thermal stations, as the cost of fuel or diesel may be an issue. PPL is aware that there is a lot of hydropower generation potential in PNG, but because of geographical constraints, the project cost related to initial cost of hydro generation is high, and that's part of the reason PPL is looking at other renewable energy options.
So we have plan in place to have additional generation systems that can be that will be included in our generation plans in the future. But as we speak, we'll be having new gensets that will be coming in to also have additional to meet the demand for the centers and also for the city as well. We know that the cost of fuel is very high, 1. 2 is rentals, especially for lease generations. It is one of the options that PNG Power took to bring on board to help us supplement our generation that is due to low demand. And based on that, lease generation is for PNG Power is a short-term plan for us to give us that breathing space to refurbish our generating systems, especially in the power station that currently we have some of the aging machines that we also have plans to start retiring them because the operational costs are very high, and due to the cost of fuel, even though the cost of fuel is low, but actually it is something that we cannot really determine that it's going to be a fixed cost of fuel, but actually it's fluctuating and it's always going high. The lease generation which we have opted for is only for short term.